Welcome to AI Bedtime Stories. Today I will be narrating a story called The Whimsical Night of the Haggis Heist. If you like these bedtime stories, please feel free to leave a comment. The story begins now. In the quaint, surreal town of Auld Lang, Burns Night was not just a celebration of the life and poetry of Robert Burns. It was an evening when the absurd and the extraordinary came to life. This particular Burns night was marked by an event so outlandishly bizarre that it became the stuff of legend, the story of the Great Haggis Heist. Our protagonist, Ewan McFiddle, a bagpiper with a penchant for the peculiar, decided to throw the most extravagant Burns night supper the town had ever seen. He planned to serve the largest haggis in history, a monstrous creation so vast it required its own room in the town hall. As the townsfolk gathered, adorned in their finest tartan, the haggis was the talk of the event. It was not just large, it was a culinary behemoth, a gastronomic wonder that caught the eye of every attendee. However, as the clock struck the hour to serve the haggis, a loud thud echoed through the hall. The haggis had vanished. Panic ensued as Ewan, along with his eccentric friends, Fiona Fye, a whimsical poet who spoke only in rhyme, and Angus Doodle, a painter whose art came to life, embarked on a mission to retrieve the stolen haggis. They scoured the town, following a trail of breadcrumbs, or rather, haggis crumbs, which led them to a series of absurd and fantastical scenarios. Their first encounter was with a troop of dancing deer, who claimed to have seen a suspicious figure rolling the giant haggis towards the mysterious loch laughter. Fiona Fye, with her poetic charm, convinced the deer to guide them, all the while reciting Burns' poetry. Next, they met a loquacious Loch Ness monster, who lamented the disturbance of her peaceful waters by a haggis of such colossal proportions. She pointed them towards the Whispering Woods, where shadows and secrets lingered. In the Whispering Woods, Angus's paintings became their guide, creating surreal paths that led them through the labyrinth of trees. It was here they finally found the haggis, in the clutches of a band of rogue squirrels planning to convert it into the world's largest squirrel nest. The confrontation that ensued was as bizarre as it was hilarious. Ewan engaged in a bagpipe battle with the squirrels, who surprisingly had their own tiny set of bagpipes. Fiona's rhymes mesmerized the critters, while Angus's animated art caused such a spectacle that the squirrels, in their awe, forgot about the haggis. With the haggis safely returned, the Burns night supper was back on track. The townsfolk, upon hearing the tale of the Great Haggis Heist, couldn't help but erupt into laughter. The absurdity of the night's events turned the supper into a celebration not just of Burns, but of the joyful, whimsical spirit that life can offer. The whimsical night of the Haggis Heist became an absurdly beloved story in Auld Lang. Each Burns night thereafter, the tale was retold with much mirth and merriment, reminding everyone that sometimes, the most absurd adventures are the ones that bring the most joy. And as for Ewan, Fiona, and Angus, they became local heroes, known for their bravery in the face of the absurd and their unwavering commitment to a good haggis.